hope you're doing well. I called in to work this morning. I do not feel good at all. I woke up with a fever and it was mild, so I thought I could probably still go to work, but it seemed to increase a little bit, so I took PTO. And I laid down, fell asleep, woke up, now I have a migraine. I have no fever, but I have a migraine. So, well, of course you can't see it. That is sometimes my migraine reliever. I take a preventative, and sometimes when it doesn't work, I'll drink a Monster. My fingers are crossed that I don't need an increase in my medicine. It's very strong medicine. It can really mess your world up if you take too much. And I mean that in a bad way, if you catch my meaning. But anyway, my hair has got to the length where if I don't pin it back, it looks horrible. It's got where it's at the stage where it's growing out, in which I want it to. And there's nothing you can really do with it except just pin it back and hope for the best, I guess. So I wanted to do this video because, as I said yesterday, I'm trying so hard to do a video a day, every day. And thank goodness that something happened last night, because I don't think that I would be doing one today because I don't feel that great. I feel that me experiencing what I did last night has kind of gave me the oomph that I need to get on here and do a video real quick. So this is going to be a short one, maybe, but what I'm about to tell you is so confusing to me because it felt very weird. So I'm going to begin at the first moment where I realized something was going on. So as you already know, or will know, I was doing my color by numbers, and my sleeping pills haven't even kicked in. And I'm sitting there, and I'm in a mood. I think I was in a very irritable mood, and why, I don't know. I don't know if it was pertaining to my surroundings, my visit. I'm not sure. I felt safe, so I don't think they were bad. If they were bad, they didn't scare me at all. I was just not in a good mood. So I was doing my color by numbers. And I felt it wasn't the bed thumping as normal as used to be. I don't even know how to phrase that right now. But I felt the bed shifting, I should say, because it wasn't thumping. It was like literally something was walking through the bed. And as I've stated before, souls can do that. They walk clear through your bed, and living ETs can walk through your bed. Living ETs can walk through your walls. I've seen it. I've seen them go through the ceiling. So I felt the bed shifting, and it literally, if you can imagine it, it feels literally like somebody is walking through mud. You can walk through it, or maybe even snow. You could walk through it, but you really got to just shove your legs roughly through it so you can step. It was similar to that, but not so rough. It was a slight shifting. I took my phone and shined it in the area at the foot of the bed. As always, that's where it starts. I didn't see anything. And when I had the phone facing that way because of the light, it stopped. And I don't know why they stop. I don't know why they do that. I don't even know why they will not show themselves to me at specific times. I put my phone down and it started again. And it started to get more vigorous, but not crazy. It wasn't, a wild ride on my bed or anything. It was what I feel was more than one entity. And I say that because of the amount of shifting the bed was doing. And it was very gentle. This is very hard to explain. It was like they were having a rough time, kind of, I guess, getting through the bed. And it felt like more than one entity. So I'm sitting there doing my color bar numbers, and I'm sitting there thinking, you're starting really early. I'm laying here wide awake, not for long, wide awake, and you're coming to visit already. And I didn't say that out loud, of course, but they can hear your thoughts. And then I started feeling some kind of emotions on my stomach. Now, mind you, I have both hands on my phone. I always start getting in bed, I don't know why, on my left side. And so I have my cell phone in both hands because I'm holding with one hand and pushing the colors with the thumb, with my thumb. And so that's what I was doing. So both of my hands were up here. My elbows were, how do I say, in the breast area. So it was that high because I'm sitting there doing that. I felt something like pulling or pushing. I tried to really feel it, and I couldn't determine if it was pushing or pulling in my stomach. Painless, of course. Sometimes what they do is uncomfortable, but it's never like excruciating. And then whatever they were doing, they would stop and move to a different place. And what I felt then was like they were swiping my stomach, and then where it just hit me. I wonder if they were incising, is that what you would call it? Cutting me open? Because they could do things to you pain-free. But anyway, I felt like they rubbed it or did whatever. And then they would insert or pull, I don't know which, in that area where they just swiped. And then it felt like they swiped again over the same spot and moved to a different location. And the whole time, the bed was shifting slightly, very mildly. And I'm sitting there thinking, what would you be doing in my stomach? I'm not having stomach issues that I know of, although they do come and work on you when you don't even know you have issues. And also, they work on you to upgrade you. Maybe they see something you don't, or we're all ascending, all of us. So I'm thinking that sometimes we just don't have what we need to ascend. And I think that they come and work on you and give you that, what you're lacking, so you can ascend. I truly believe that, but I don't know if it would be in your stomach or not. So for about maybe 10, maybe even 15 minutes that went on. I don't remember even putting my phone down. I don't remember going to sleep. I don't remember the process of going to sleep at all. Don't remember nothing. Usually, even though they're here, I know that I'm getting really tired and sleepy, or I know that they're putting me asleep. And I remember putting my phone down all the time because I know I'm fixing to go to sleep. Last night, I don't remember. So that's all I remember about that. And I just realized just now that just the other night, when this happens, I usually don't just do a whole video of what I'm fixing to tell you because it's very short. So when I don't do a video, I tend to forget what happened. And I don't really talk about it because I forgot. But it was a couple of nights ago that this happened. I woke up with the bed slightly shifting. Or was it a smooth movement, as in like somebody is stretching across the bed and stretching their arms out kind of, and then I felt myself lifting. And that's all I remember on that. On that note, I want to say that I'm not 100% knowing. I know I jacked that sentence all up. I don't know what that is about. I don't know if I'm fixing to astral travel. I don't know if the ship is above the house and they take me. I don't know if my higher self is coming out saying I need to go to war tonight, in which that does happen with me. I have witnessed one time going to war, and I was extremely scary. Me standing back and watching myself do what I did at that time was very scary. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh my God, that's me. And it looked like something that was on TV. And that's the ironic part. And I will tell you again and again and again that a lot of these movies and TV movies, however you want to word them, just movies, a lot of them are factual. Except sometimes they portray these ETs to be mean when they're not. A lot of the ETs that I've seen on TV are benevolent. That's really hard for me to say. They're kind. I've seen a lot of them, actually. I see more than what I've seen in movies. I've seen the Predator alien, the Alien, the War of the Worlds alien. I've seen Arcturans. I've seen a lot. And every one that I have seen was nice, except the Red Devil. And yes, I do mean the Red Devil. I was in my apartment. I'll say this one really quick because of the newbies that I have now. I woke up one night and in my bedroom doorway was a electrical red devil. And what I mean by that was it looked like, you know, the stores that have the open sign and it's the light up open on it. It looked like he was outlined in that and it glowed red. But the light of him would shift. And the light was so bright that it filled his body out in that red light. And he had horns. And he was trying to get through the doorway to my bedroom to get to me, and he couldn't. He couldn't pass the doorway. And his horns were above the door frame. And I remember him shoving his head through that wall, and his horns would come out into my bedroom area. And I didn't feel scared. I was just like, oh my God, is that actually a devil? That's what I was thinking. And yeah, he couldn't get through. I just rolled over and went to sleep. He could have fought all night long, but he could not get through. I want to add this too, because this was so cute. I feel that I gave this entity permission to come through because he was in the doorway also. And he couldn't get through. I don't recall him trying like the devil was. I remember looking, and he looked kind of square. He had 2 pairs of arms, and he had a spinny hat, like the propeller hat back in the old days, I guess they had. And I held my hand out, and he comes in, he puts his hand in mine, and then he turns around and walks out. I'm just watching it, thinking, well, that's different. So those were the times where I seen a lot of ETs. It has slowed down incredibly, which makes me very, very sad. This morning, I remember begging them to come and take me for a ride and allow me to remember. I do know a lot of times that I wake up knowing I went somewhere. I just know it because I feel it. It is kind of rejuvenating. That's what it feels like whenever I know I've been somewhere. It's like a cleansing, a lifting of the bad is what I feel like. I feel light and refreshed, kind of like I went to a spa or something. And that's how I know. Or I know when I go to war. I either see it or I feel it. And I feel like I haven't slept in days. I feel exhausted. My eyes are puffy, which is kind of weird because my soul is the only thing that leaves. But I feel like I've been crying sometimes. And so I can determine by my intuition and my knowledge of what happened practically. So, ladies and gentlemen, I had to come on here and tell you my visit and say hello. I love you guys tremendously, and I hope you're having a good day, and you're always in my thoughts. I hope you know that, because a lot of these videos are for you, as well as my diary, but I also do them for you. I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.